supers, gamers, and moviegoers, what's going on, guys? I'm the Messiah, this is Messiah Entertainment, and today I'm talking a little bit about Infinity War. Now, I touched upon this a bit in my Captain America Civil War review, which I just put up not too long ago, so be sure to check that out. People have been saying this before, but Marvel doesn't seem to really take too many risks with their characters when it comes to them dying off. I mean, nobody really stays dead in superhero movies, but I mean, Quicksilver was the only person they really truly killed off. And we had only really seen him in one movie, so it doesn't really feel like they're willing to go the extra step of, you know, knocking off one of their main characters. Which is fine, because like I said with the new Civil War movie, you don't have to kill off certain characters. A lot of people were anticipating Captain America might kick the bucket by the end of the movie, and he doesn't, but that's not really necessary for the movie to work. It's still probably one of the best superhero movies we've ever seen, and nobody does. You know, everybody stays alive throughout the entire thing, and it's still a really amazing movie, probably better than a lot of other ones where people do die. So, you know, a lot can be said about that, but think about what Infinity War is. Infinity War is the culmination of the entire first 3 phases of Marvel, okay? So every 2-hour movie that we've had for the past decade by the time this movie comes out, from Iron Man to Civil War to whatever movie comes out right before Infinity War Part 1 comes out, this has all been building up to those 2 movies. Everyone, and even the 2 in between, I think it's Ant-Man and the Wasp and then Captain Marvel, all of these movies have been building up to these 2 individual movies. The pressure is tremendous. This movie has tremendous pressure. Both of them do. And I'm just wondering how they're gonna handle this. I feel like that Marvel needs to take their 5 leaps forward. You know what I mean? Me and Johnny, who made a review of Captain America Civil War on JXB Entertainment, be sure to check that one out. It's in the description box below. We both feel like Marvel needs to take 5 leaps forward with the next movie. You know what I mean? It's cool to play safe with some of the solo movies and stuff. You know, I mean, we don't expect too many people to die in an Ant-Man movie, you know what I mean? But when it comes to something like Infinity War, that every 2-hour movie from Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Captain America, the First Avenger, Thor, freaking the Incredible Hulk even, Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America Winter Soldier, Thor the Dark World, what else? Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, the new Guardians of the Galaxy 2 movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, all of these movies are going to be building up to this specific 2 films, and I know they have movies planned after Infinity War, which kind of gives me some pause. It makes me think, are they going to use Infinity War as another stepping stone? And that's what I think I'm afraid of most. If Infinity War ends up being the stepping stone for something even greater, so that the next phase of Marvel will be the most mind-blowing thing we've ever seen, and that would break my heart so much in a million little pieces, because what we've all been waiting for since 2012, where we saw Thanos turn his back, is to see Thanos wreck the heroes of Earth. That's what we need. That scene. We need a scene where the heroes of Earth, all of them, go up against Thanos. Okay? I don't know. I highly doubt that they'll have the TV show characters in there. I wish they did. I wish they had the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I wish they had the Netflix series characters under the name of the Defenders. We're all fighting against Thanos. I wish all the Avengers came and led them into the battle, and then all the heroes of Earth just joined them in one mega super conflict. I wish that happened, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna get the TV show characters in that. And the fact that there's certain movies in between the 2, it makes me wonder, what's the first movie gonna have in it? You know what I mean? Like, how I envisioned it was, by the end of the first movie, the Avengers would get wrecked, right? And then the second movie picks up with them trying to pick up the pieces and try to find a way to defeat Thanos. Sort of the way it happened in the Infinity Gauntlet comic book, which I know I gotta stop comparing it to the comic book. They're obviously gonna do something different with their movie and the way they do things. It's always different. You know, even Civil War was different in a great way. But we need to see, I think, that scene. You know what I mean? There's no other reason to really do it other than to have that scene. That scene is really almost the center point of Infinity Gauntlet. You know, there's other things, of course, that happen, and you know, it gets solved in a different way, but we need to see a scene where the heroes of Earth all fight against Thanos. And obviously it won't be the same heroes of Earth, but we need to see the Hulk and Iron Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man and all the Avengers that were in Civil War and all the Avengers that will soon be part of the MCU, like Doctor Strange, all take part in this conflict. We need to see it. If we don't, we have to see it. It has to be part of this film. Okay, we can't have you know, nobody dying again. We can't have it be so nice and, you know, clean at the end. You know what I mean? We need to feel the consequences of Thanos coming in to Earth and wrecking things. Okay, if whatever happens in Phase 4, whether they do the Inhumans at some point, whether we actually do get the rights of Fantastic Four back over to Marvel, whether they do the Runaways like I've been telling them to do for years, please guys, please. Whether they do any of these things, it needs to be in a post-Thanos world, and that post-Thanos thing just needs to impact everything post-Phase 4. You know, we need to feel like some kind of cataclysmic event has happened in Infinity War, and that the world of the MCU will just never be the same. Unless they, of course, do it like they did in the comic book where, you know, someone gets the gauntlet and they just pretty much rewind time back, which, I mean, honestly, if things before they rewind time back get so bad that, you know, it just gives you a heart-wrenching feeling of this, you know, the MCU might forever be changed, I honestly wouldn't mind. But what I really need to see is just the heroes of Earth just straight up get wrecked. I love everybody in these movies, but we need to see some lasting consequences on these heroes of Earth. We need to see people kick the bucket. That has to happen. It has to happen. I'm envisioning in my head the scene in the comic book where Captain America and Thanos are standing face to face. Okay, I just keep on imagining it, and if we don't have something like that, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed. We need to see something like that. We need to see Captain America's shield shatter, like in the little fantasy thing that he had, Tony Stark had in Age of Ultron. We need to see something similar to that, where the heroes of Earth are pretty much beaten, and almost in a way where it's like they never stood a chance. You guys are the best superhero franchise to date. There's no one beating you at it. There's people trying to get up to you, but everybody is always in second or third place. There's no way anybody's touching you guys now or anytime soon. But I do hope you guys just go that extra mile. I want to see you guys just drop our jaws on this next one. Drop our jaws on Infinity War. And the Russo brothers, with as good of a job as they did in Civil War, I think they're really going to do something freaking awesome with this next one. You know, Civil War was done so well. The story was so great in that one. So if they bring that same thing here, and then they bring their directing skills with the action and everything, and then, you know, just take the extra 5 steps of really going all out with this next movie, yeah, I think we're gonna have probably the best superhero movies ever. Not just Marvel movies, not just, you know, Marvel comics or any. No, the best superhero movies ever. People are calling Civil War the best superhero movies ever, and honestly, this is still just a stepping stone to the much bigger conflict. So if we're still reaching up to the next biggest conflict. Infinity War, I think, will blow our socks off. They start filming soon, so I really just cannot wait to see what that movie has to offer. I wonder how different they're gonna make the movie from the comic books, because they always do, it's their thing. But I also wonder what they're gonna keep from the comic books and how they're gonna meld the two. But yeah, that was just my little rambling on what I wanted to see from Infinity War. I just really want it to be like the best superhero movie ever. I think, you know, if we walk in there and we were like, well, I think the other ones were better, I'm gonna feel really disappointed, because everything has been building up to this moment. You know what I mean? You can't give us anything less than the best, but I think they got like some of the best directors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe on this, so honestly, I think we're in good hands. Of course, I'm super excited for Avengers Infinity War. I wonder what they're gonna call it too. The Russo brothers said they're not gonna call it Part 1 and Part 2. They're gonna call it, each one has a little title at the end of it, so I wonder if it's gonna give us any clue as to what happens in the first part and what happens in the second part. You know what I mean? With, you know, because of the fact that there's 2 movies in between the two, and then I'm assuming maybe Captain Marvel and Ant-Man will be drawn into the whole conflict afterwards, and then we'll see them in Infinity War Part 2. I have no idea, but I really can't wait. It feels so far off, but it'll be here before you know it. Honestly, we have to get a trailer by sometime next year. I love you guys, Marvel, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys got your own. Let me know what you guys want to see from Infinity War, what you guys are hoping to see from Infinity War. How hyped are you guys for Infinity War? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, you guys can follow me on Vine, Twitter, Movie Pilot, and Twitch. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm the Messiah. This is Messiah Entertainment. Peace.